guys, it's another Q&A with DJ Beatstreet, and today I have the lovely, beautiful, and talented Estelle.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty fantastic.
Hey, welcome to Philly.
Thank you.
I was checking out, your Instagram. You've been busy all day.
Oh, I have. Philly 360 have kept me so busy. It's been fun. I never really get to sit down and be in a city or hang out or be in a city at all when I land. So it's my little moment of like, oh, I get to be a tourist today. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
No, I mean, they're keeping you busy, and I mean, I know you got a lot of traveling coming up, and that's specifically because you have a single out right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's called Make Her Say.
Yep.
And I want to break down the whole Make Her Say thing, because there's a couple of things going on here.
Okay, tell me.
Let's talk about the cover first. What possessed you to choose such?
He said
possessed.
Wow.
It's artistic.
Yeah.
It's a little scandalous. It's well done, classy, and it really catch everybody's eye.
Exactly the point. Exactly
those.
We didn't look. I came from a record that was so heavy and so emotional. I didn't want to do anything that was kind of maybe just, okay, cool. She's happy now, as expected. Because it's not just pure happiness. It's happiness mixed with all these things of coming to know myself. So I didn't want to make an album or a record that was kind of maybe sort of just plain or just like, oh, as expected. I want everything I put out from now on. I made the vow to myself for it to feel like, like to hit you. So it grabs you from a certain place, some place of realness, as a human being.
Yeah.
It's easy to look at me or look at an artist or look at someone in a celebrity or whatever, think, well, you guys just, you get famous and then run off and everything's okay. You got money, so that fixes everything. Money doesn't fix the fact that maybe you feel insecure. Money doesn't fix the fact that you need love. Money doesn't fix the fact that people are crazy around you. You have to deal with these things as they come. No amount of money changes that. In fact, money makes it worse. So we're clear, So, there's very real issues that happen, and I wanted to talk and write about that. So, to me, when I was writing the album, I wanted to write from that perspective, and this song was one of the more visceral. I want you to hear it, see it, feel it when you hear it, Records Make It Say. It's talking about sex. I didn't want to do Grace Jones. I wanted to do something else that was quite literal to the song to tease it. And when you see the video, you understand the point of it, which is all different peoples of sex, all different races, all different people, being themselves and owning themselves as real human beings, as real men and women, it's real humans.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get more into the video. It's like, she's jumping in.
Yeah.
You said that you came from a not so happy place when you started writing some parts of this album. So I'm guessing, some of this went into Make Her Say.
Yeah.
What is some of that backstory there?
Well, in a way that after you get over something, it's not like, oh, I did that as a reaction to me and him breaking up. It's more like, okay, I'm back at one. What do I like? Everyone's like, oh, you're gonna go date again? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that, But then, the easiest thing to do is sometimes to go and flirt and feel yourself again and maybe, get into it. And when you get into it, you want to I tested the waters of how far I could go. When you're in a relationship, and this is what you do, this is what you know,
Yeah.
You're not really on practice with anybody else. You're not really out here flirting. Well, I don't, So I was out of that entire loop and I didn't know what I wanted or who I was. So I went and tested it. It was fun.
Make
Her Say happened. But that's real life to me. All of my friends are the same. They're like, yeah, pretty much. When they had some great sex, And when people have been like, oh, she's been super sexual, she's over sexualizing. I don't take it like that. I look at it like, if you were in my position, what would you do? Would you sit down and be a nun, or would you go out and feel yourself again? What is your real reaction? What would you really do? Would you go and have some shots at bar, go whatever your vice is, go and hang out and feel yourself a bit?
And go find an ex-victim.
Right, not a victim. No, not a victim, but go and feel yourself again, or get your confidence back, in that space. And to me, Make Her Say was me being super confident and owning who I was. The part of me that been tucked away because I've been sat in a relationship for so long saying, oh, I don't do that, I don't do this, he don't like that, he don't like this. Well, now I was out here like, well, I'm here for it all. Come on, let's get it, I'm
here for you.
I'm here for me. Yeah.
And like you said, you're speaking about the video too.
Yeah.
I want to say it's very interesting, and it speaks a lot of volumes. At first of all, I was confused because it seemed like it was one of those YouTube commercials, and I was like waiting for the end, and all the couples were talking, and then the video happened, and you chose some real interesting couples. You spoke about you had an interracial couple. You had both, I think, a black female with a white guy, and then a black male with a white girl, and then you have the two white couples, and she was big, and he's all like hipstered and beardy. But I mean,
you had the two girls, and you had like super buff to it.
And then they all had like different stories of relationships. Like some met yesterday, some known each other for a couple months, couple years. It's very human-like.
Because we are human.
We are.
I think it's more interesting for me to talk about that in-between period, the human period, the period where you're just not sure who you are, more than the period where you're. And I write love songs. My life is moved by my love life. So I write songs about being in love, breaking up, being in love, trying to figure it out. I'm not too sure, you know. And I think I spend a lot more time in that in-between space trying to figure it out when I get it wrong. You know, by my account, get it wrong, than I do in love or breaking up. And I want to spend more time in love on my terms. So I wrote about the period of time that it's taking me to get to being in love. I think that's more interesting. A lot more humans spend more time in that in-between space than they do in either of those spaces.
That's true.
So to me, that was more interesting, I think. And everybody does this. Everybody lives this. Everybody. Yeah.
They do. I mean, you know, it was just like it could have been all about Estelle, or you could have had a video vixen do it, but it was very real.
Absolutely. That's the point.
And I know it kind of goes with the whole you have the hashtag no makeup, no filter thing.
Yeah.
And you have these people very comfortable in their own skin.
That's it. I think I'm not a very you see it in the blogs girl. I'm not. You don't see my whole life. No one even knows. Like 2% of people know who I dated. You know, I'm not that girl. You're not gonna see my boyfriends left, right, and center. You might see my husband when I get married because of catch me, him, and baby out or something. But that's it. I'm not the girl that needs that to propel her career. So when I talk about, you know, like no filter, no makeup, it's more about saying it's okay to be real and be who you are, and be private or be public, but just be who you are. You know, like and then the no filter, no makeup is me watching girls be uncomfortable, being clear makeup, being without makeup, you know, and feeling like they have to paint on their faces versus just clean your skin up. You know, figure out your angles if you're going to take those pictures. Be who you are, but, you know, do it with your best look. Do it with your, you know, and even if it's not your best look, who cares?
It's still beautiful.
Still rock it out. Like, let it show in your eyes, let it show in your smile, let it show in your personality and the words you put down. Don't feel like you got to just airbrush or put honey in your eyes talking about your light in your eye. I've so literally seen that on YouTube. Like, are you serious? But this is what the younger kids are looking at, like, is the aspiration to beauty. You know, and it's kind of like, you don't have to do all of that.
You don't.
You are you, and you were born you, and you were born perfect. Stop it.
Yes. It costs too much to be that beautiful.
That too. Honey costs $4.99 nowadays. You know that? Who has money to waste putting honey in water and dripping it in your eyes? Young ladies, come on now. You know, it's so serious. I've seen that. If you Google that or YouTube that comes up. It's crazy. Don't don't even YouTube Google. Don't
even get the idea.
Don't even get the idea. It doesn't work. It looks stupid. And you look crazy and your eyes are sticky. You know, like, you're fine. Your eyes are beautiful. What you're made with is amazing. If you feel like they need to tweak it to feel more, maybe do some work on the inside.
On the inside.
You know, like, I've literally lived that. So I say, do some work on the inside. Yeah, all right. It's okay.
And working from the inside, is that what you had to do? Because I know that you said that for this video, you haven't been that exposed.
I was the most clothed person on scene, by the way, and I was so nervous. I was like, these people love me. This is crazy.
Is there anything that you did as far as like see a therapist or like psych yourself up?
No. I got to, so the beginning of my nakedness started with the Break My Heart video, and this is kind of the whole period of transformation for me, like 3-4 years ago. It started with the Break My Heart video. I had to be in a bikini on video set, and I was like, no, what? No, you can see my tits. It's like a V-neck, down to here. Are you serious? You know, and then I got over it. You know, I've worked with Chris Robinson for this amount 4 years, so it's been me and him, and we've been like dealing with this whole how I present myself and how I feel comfortable. You know, I trusted him. So it's been a few years. He did Thank You, and I was a little bit more naked there, and a little bit more naked. But even now on set, you know, I was like, I'm going to be naked, but I'm not going to be naked. I'm going to do it in a classy way, in a way that looks like we're hitting what we're meant to be hitting versus just being raunchy.
Yes.
You know? and we're gonna do it in a classy way, in a way that, you know, if you saw your daughter watching it, you could explain to them, well, this is about this. This is sexy, and you'll get into this when you're older. But look, this is what she's talking about. Mm-hmm. You know, and I think we hit it. I believe we hit it. I hope we hit it. If we haven't, let me know, parents. I'm not trying to raise your child for you. Don't let them watch it. But you know, like, we tried to do that. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was fun. And I'm more comfortable with being naked now. I'm not gonna shave my boobs, but I was more comfortable. Like,
no,
I'm playing. He's like, what? I don't want to see what that. Cut. All right. But you know, you feel yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in that space where I'm like, I'm cool with it. That's what I look like, so I feel I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and we all do it every day to get in the shower. You know what I mean? It's very
we
very
do it
human.
every day
This is
to
the
get
whole
in
thing.
the shower. How about that? Mm-hmm.
We do it every day.
You're right.
But Make Her Say is actually one single of the whole album.
Yeah.
True Romance, correct?
It is. From a whole 4-piece.
Yes, the 4-piece story.
4-piece story, right.
Broken into 4 parts.
Literally, yeah.
The last part, the BS, I want to get into. Well, I want you to break every single one down, but I'm really interested in the BS situation.
Right. The BS to me is the part where it's like, you know, the stuff you do to yourself, the stuff you put yourself through, the things you may go through in order to, like, say you're in a relationship or to psych yourself out of a relationship, you know? Mm-hmm. We all do it, and all of the themes are interchangeable or, like, feed into each other. So the BS will feed into courage. You know, you might be so gassed up to go and do the wrong thing, you know, that you mess up your entire life, you know, you mess up your entire relationship. You might be so passionate about the right thing, you know, that you put fuel and give your relationship life. So to me, it's like all these things fuel each other. And then you may be under the BS from the last relationship or what you've been taught with your parents, and you take that and you run it into your new, you know, into your life and mess your life up. Or you might be given a right, you know, mm-hmm. because you don't want to follow your parents' advice. Well, now you put yourself in that BS. You know, like, it follows, it goes both ways, and it goes at every angle. To me, it's really it's a difficult one, but it's life.
It's life. It's part of the
life.
It's part of the circle.
Exactly.
And the other 3 parts.
Courage to me, same thing. It's like you may have the courage to tell someone you like them, simple things like that, to the courage to check yourself where you're going wrong, or to look at yourself and be like, I'm full of shit. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm messing up. I don't know how to fix this, or someone help me, let me know how to fix this, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It's an interesting thing when you're able to sit down and tell yourself that. And I call it courage to get over the BS.
The BS.
For me, passion, same thing. You can be passionate about sex, about love, about the entire, you know, aggression with it. Mm-hmm. Or you can be passionate about just being in a relationship, or being right about something, or being in a right moment, you know, and willing to fight for something, you know, and that runs into courage as well. It's just so many ways you could, you know, intermingle all the different themes, and that to me adds up to true romance, which is your version, your depiction, your point of real love, your relationship. It's you and that person. It's no one else. You know?
No one else.
So yeah.
True Romance, and it drops.
It drops in September.
September? Oh, yeah. My birthday month.
Hey, all right, baby.
I'm copping it. iTunes and
for sure.
out in stores as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And this album, you're working it, I guess, more of an independent scale this time around?
Well, I say independent, I say major independent.
Okay.
In a similar way to Rockefeller with you know, to give an example, Rockefeller with Def Jam and, you know, Arista with Bad Boy. Mm-hmm. Just give 2 like real.
Get 2 powerhouses.
2 powerhouses. So yeah, something like that. I was given the opportunity to do it after my last album. Someone came to me and said, well, would you want to do it this way instead? And I was like, yeah, it's the same amount of work we've been putting in for the last record, all the concepts, all the ideas, all the drives, all the people. Our team is still the same as the last label. We still have love for each other. And I think in this space and in this game, no one wants to see anyone fail. Yeah. You know, we've all been working so hard. I think I came at the last of the real artists that people are invested in, you know, that what label execs are invested in. Like, I have so much love for my former label still, you know, we have the same people working on our team, you know, aside, you know, just helping us wherever they want it, you know, wherever we need the help. So it's a lot of love. It's no difference in workload. True. No difference in workload, you know, like it's a lot.
Some people are like, major label, so much red tape, indie, I want to do it myself.
No, I have nothing to say about major label labels. It's a lot. The only thing I would say is it's a difference of staffing. You know, so you know you have 11,000 more people than you do with an independent situation. You get to pick every person you work with. Now, someone at a label may not understand you.
Yeah.
So then they don't put in as much effort. But now, if you get to pick the people you're working with, they're on board because they mess with you. They hear and they like it. Because believe me, the checks are smaller. You know, probably about the same actually as it goes like nowadays. But you know, like they really are invested. So you get to pick the number and the amount, and you get to save money and spend money in the right places. You know, and like I said, so it's a lot of love and it's a lot of work that you put in from the back, coming and revisiting this moment, and it's good though. It's been a hell of a ride so far. So I'm having fun.
Oh, that's what's up. Lastly, do you have any big performances coming up?
I'll be on tour later this year. I've not stopped touring, so I'll be on tour later this year, and I'll just continue. It just keeps going. But right now we're doing the Essence Festival. We have a few festivals lined up throughout. I'm trying to come to Philly for the Made in America Festival, if my dates don't mess up. But absolutely, we'll be out here. You know, follow my EstelleDarlings.com website, and you'll see where I am at.
And that's your Twitter and IG as well.
My Twitter and IG. I keep it real consistent. You know, Estelle Darlings everything. And on Facebook, I'm /Estelle. So like me, catch me up. It is me. It's not anybody else doing. Well, it is a couple of people, but I need help. But you know, it is us and it is my team. I picked them, so it is real.
It is real.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you're running around in Philly all day.
I've been here on my iPhone, Instagramming for the blood, so yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much, for sure.
And that's it. I'll catch you on the next one. Boom.
Thank you. That was fun. That was
Thank
so cool.
you.
Can't wait to read it or see it.
I was like, oh, we got that now, closed captioning too.
Right.